well, here we go again, briefing at 11 o'clock. Uh-oh, something big is happening. It was D-Day.
96-year-old George Heropoulos reading me a page in his diary from June 5th, 1944, the day before the largest amphibious assault in history, the Normandy landings.
I was the gunner. I had one mission that I got hit. I was the only guy that got hit in the bombardier. We lost the bombardier. We don't know what happened to him.
A Purple Heart recipient and decorated war veteran, George told me he was the only guy with a camera during the war, so he would snap pictures of whatever he could, and he would write his diary full of stories from his time in the service.
With my family, they knew what mission I was on, because I said this is letter number 10, but it was really mission number 10.
And when the time had come for Operation Overlord, also known as D-Day, when some 156,000 American, British, and Canadian forces landed on 5 beaches along a 50-mile stretch of the coast of France, with the Allies liberating from Nazi Germany control, George says he knew something big was coming.
D-Day, we were expecting something was going to happen, but not June 6th. That was, we didn't think it was ready. But when it came, well, we were prepared. And like I say, the weather screwed everything up.
He told me his instructions were to bomb everything.
We were told to go in, get all the railroad trains, all the tracks and airports you can hit anything that's moving.
George says the scariest part for him was the flak from the Germans.
War's deadliest ammunition that Germany had. What they do is the planes fly and they throw a wall, and it knocks off. Sometimes it's frag bombs, the little teeny bombs. It cuts you right in half.
He told me during his second of 30 missions, his aircraft exploded, and he almost got knocked out of the turret.
I had luck I survived. I don't know how the hell I survived.
Nicknamed Hero during his time in the service because his officer said his name was too long. For George, his memories of the friends he had are still very real and very raw.
And especially these guys that never came back. But anyway.
With sadness still looming in his eyes, George, only able to get around in his wheelchair after he lost mobility in his legs due to the terribly cold conditions during the war, spends most days reminiscing on June 6, 1944, the longest day.
I can't forget it. It could have been us. But we were lucky, I guess I did, without a praying.
A picture to show the end of the war, the happiness in those young men's faces, and a diary entry, of course, the last one George would write.
September 13th, arrived in New York City, Pier 92. Boy, am I glad to be good old USA again. I pray to God that I'll never have to leave USA again.
It really, truly is an honor to be able to tell their stories. You're going to hear a few more throughout the rest of the week. Coming up at 5 o'clock, you're going to see much more about this cruise ship and the veterans we were able to speak to, and then lead you right up to the big day, the 75th anniversary of D-Day. On board the Navigator in Honfleur, France, I'm Nicole Perez, Local 10 News.